Hello and welcome to A Muggle's Perspective. I'm Rogge. I'm here with Braden.
Yo, 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 yo.
It's a couple of ant boys. Muggling.
With a Z.
Perspective in.
Whoa. We are coming in hot with the soundboard.
Yeah, soundboard. It's got labels.
Make sure everything works.
I know what they do.
Touch them all.
Yep. Gotta touch them all. Laughter one's still going. The laughter one's always longer than you'd expect.
Gotta catch them all.
So,
shout out to the Pokemon anniversary.
Shout out to all the feels that we're catching in these chapters that we just read. So
yeah, lots of feels.
Background.
Lots of feels. There you go.
Chapters 31 and 32 of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, a.k.a. probably two of my 5 favorite chapters in the history of literature.
Really formative.
No pressure, Braden.
For Rogge.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
These are up there with like the end of It's a Wonderful Life and like the Helm's Deep battle. Yeah, I guess that's true. If you think of that as literature.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man.
we're doing the Battle of Hogwarts. Braden, how you doing?
Dude, I'm all right, man. It's it looks like spring is happening outside, but it's still pretty cold.
Mm-hmm.
But there's sunshine, so that's good. The days where it's gotten in like the low 50s, I've been like, man, it's basically summer. So yeah, man, how are you?
I'm good. I'm currently at an Airbnb in Dayton, Ohio.
What's in Dayton? I mean, the college, but is Dayton famous for anything? What do we got in Dayton other than Rachel's lovely family?
Dayton's got a big Air Force base. So we're not too far from that, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Wright State, University of Dayton.
Wright State.
Mm-hmm. So those are, we've never done anything at them. I've never been to any, there's an Air Force museum that I would love to go to because it's a museum.
Sure.
So, yeah, we're going to dive into these chapters here. So yeah, the Battle of Hogwarts, we start out with McGonagall kind of giving her speech, like, hey, I'm the headmaster now. This is what's going down. We're fighting. We're about to fight Slytherin and stuff. So I wanted to ask you about on page 611. And it starts on 610, really. But it's the scene where McGonagall's like, okay, Slytherins, you go first. And all the Slytherins walk out. She's like, okay, Ravenclaw's next. And, 5 Ravenclaws stick around to help fight. And then it says more Hufflepuffs. And then half of Gryffindor. I mean, I'm picturing 12-year-olds. They're like, yeah, let's get it. I'm here. Like we're going to do this. So I wanted to ask you, why do you think so many Gryffindors stayed?
I mean, that's Harry's home team.
Okay, so
right,
it's just because they're loyal to him?
Yeah, and I mean that's part of the Gryffindor attributes, right? Like you're brave, you're loyal, you stand up for what's right. You're kind of the hero type. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like that fits the character. You would expect that. I mean, if you ask me like which house will have the highest number of students willing to fight? Yeah. It'd be Gryffindor. But we also skipped over there. Like, we're not, like, Slytherin isn't all in. You've got a girl pointing out where Harry is.
Yeah, she's like, go, let's grab him. I mean, it seems like the easy.
Yeah, he's like slinking along the wall, and she's like, but wait, he's right there. Like, we just get this over with. If we're worried about safety, like let's just grab him.
Yeah, that's always interesting because it's not like she's saying, oh, perfect, this will please the Dark Lord. Like, she's not necessarily... actively on that side. She's just thinking from it, like you said, safety perspective, the easiest thing to do, the thing that seems most advantageous to me, which is the very Slytherin move, right? Is
sure.
It's not necessarily about being racist. It's just what is the most expedient thing that I can do.
Right. But should have thrown a bigger red flag, I think, than it did.
As far as leading to what?
Well, like when I read that, it was like, whoa, whether her intentions were evil or not, we can't trust the Slytherins.
No, you can't trust Slytherins.
And like everybody knows that, but even the students, like if you're going to allow students to fight, then I feel like you got to like almost quarantine the Slytherin group and like kind of vet who you're going to let out there in the fight, which you don't have time to do, but you also don't have, I feel like I don't know. It's kind of like I forget the name of the student that stands up and like points out Harry, but
Pansy Parkinson.
yeah, Pansy. After that happens, I feel like somebody in leadership, maybe not McGonagall because she's got to deal with the rest of the student body, but like somebody should be like, hey, maybe let's not send Slytherin out first. Maybe let's hold them back and kind of put some more supervision on that group.
Like in a hostage situation?
Man, that's more harsh than I would. I mean, yes. On a foundational level, yeah. Yeah. You can't trust them. We just, we know that.
I mean, you're not wrong. They've got dungeons. You go to a dungeon, you open up a room in the dungeons, and you put the Slytherins in there. You put Filch at the door. Or maybe someone less evil.
Yeah.
You put Madam Hooch, the Quidditch referee. Nothing gets by her. Everything is
sure.
Terrible ref.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds bad that you would because I mean that's kind of profiling as well, right? Like there's probably some good kids in Slytherin.
None of them stayed to help fight.
Yeah.
3 of them stayed and tried to kill Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Spoilers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, this fight's coming. You need all the help you can get, and you don't need any more opposition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So basically, I mean, they didn't do the wrong thing by sending them all out. It's just that, like, maybe you send a couple more adults to make sure they all do get out.
Yeah, you can't have the same game plan for all of the houses.
Yeah.
You've got to have your Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Gryffindor game plan, and then you've got to have a separate one for Slytherin.
What if you just kill them all? Mitchell's ears are perking up. What?
Yeah,
we're just killing them? Why has it finally someone said what we've all been thinking?
Yeah, somewhere Mitchell's like, I knew these guys weren't idiots. They're finally seeing it my way. Yeah, I don't think you can kill him. Well, I don't think you can. But yeah, maybe
maybe you torture a couple of them. Just kind of send a message. You play the Skype theme song in headphones on them for long enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I was texting Rogge before the show because we were having some connection issues.
Less than usual.
And yeah, it was actually pretty mild. But I'm calling him, and I don't know, for whatever reason, we use Skype. Like we're still in 2006. And
don't ask us why.
So I'm calling Rogge, and I don't know. If you're not familiar with the Skype ringtone as a listener right now, you should call somebody on that you know is not going to pick up. Just so you can subject.
Ding, 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 ding.
But you've almost got it more in a major tone than it is. It's kind of a minor, like it's like this eerie sort of like they might pick up or they might not. And if they do, they might be a killer or a mass murderer, a serial killer.
They might have just suggesting killing 150 children between the ages of 11 and 17.
Mine. You don't know. And so I was telling Rogge, like, man, seems like if you're like a CIA operative and you're trying to get some information out of somebody, you should just play this over and over. If you're trying to get them to divulge some government secrets or just play the Skype ringtone. I don't really think the waterboarding's necessary. Like, you could just use Skype.
So all the deep state operatives that are currently listening to A Muggle's Perspective, just get at us. We've got some ideas. Slide into our DMs.
Yeah, you can call.
If you could howl in.
You could howl in. You don't have to tell us your name.
Your code name, we'd like to hear your code name, and we'd like you to use a voice scrambler when you call us.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to use a voice scrambler. Like, honestly, if we could just communicate back, like, come and be a guest on the show, and we can all talk in a voice scrambler. That'd be fun.
We'll just, like, read a random chapter from, like, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
In that voice. So we got everybody out because I wasn't sure if it was that these Gryffindors all love Harry or they're loyal to the cause or that, like you said, they're brave. So I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on that. That's what that question was about, if I'm going to explain myself. So then right after that, I kind of wondered, and this is like sort of a relatively mild thing, but Kingsley's like, all right, so like we're gonna go battle. Like he calls them troops. Like we're gonna send squads out into the field. Like, did that give you the same? For that, this is the first time I read that, and I was like, oh, they know people are gonna die.
Yeah,
Like, you don't call a group of children and adults troops if you think everything's gonna be fine.
right. Yeah, it was kind of weird how light I don't want to say light the mood is, but like as I'm reading during the battle in the second chapter, when like Harry's running past Fred and George or whoever it is, and they're kind of like yelling sort of like offhanded sarcastic jokes at each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's Fred and George for you.
Right. But it is kind of weird when you step back and look at it that like all these adults are like, hey, there's about to be a war in the castle, and I know you guys aren't even 18 yet, but you got to be willing to die, so figure it out.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Which I guess it's kind of like
quickly.
what. Yes, which is kind of probably what Vietnam was like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought of. I mean, I don't know if you've read the things they carried, but got some of those same vibes, and just like the amount of joking around that you have to do to keep things light so you don't go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a situation too where like if you don't step in and fight, what are you gonna do?
Well,
like the people that just bail and go home, what do they do? Because you're a wizard. What do you? I mean, isn't this kind of what like if you're a wizard, you go to school, you go to Hogwarts, right?
Yeah.
Like, what else do you do?
You work at the Ministry of Magic. You sell wands.
But that's what I'm saying. All that's run by Voldemort now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you just got to fight.
Like in the short term, it's just like you're going home so that you don't die. You're going home and like not being part of this battle, and then you have to deal with the consequences of the battle.
Yeah.
And it's like a cowardly choice or whatever, but it is very much a self-preservation choice.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around. Like if you were in their shoes, if you were in their cloaks.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like, I mean, would you fight? What do you think?
Well, that's kind of
be honest with yourself.
That's kind of what I was thinking in the beginning. I mean, like my thing was always like, if there's a draft, like I'm getting real familiar with Southern Canada really quickly. Like it's just not happening up in here.
Really?
Of me going to war.
Yeah. Just because you don't believe in it, or because you're like the self-preservation thing you're talking about?
I think both. It would be difficult. I mean, I guess like Pearl Harbor, you're like, okay, like this happened. I get it. But most, I mean, like Vietnam and Korea for sure. Like at the time, it would have been hard for me to be like, you're right. Like that's what I need to do is go over to this country and start doing these things. Like, and I'm not saying that they were totally wrong, but just for me to be committed enough that's like, I'm going to go and I'm going to carry a gun and they have guns and like this is happening. I have to really be on board. And it is unlikely that that's going to take place. And I think my contributions, I guess maybe if like you enlist and you become one of the dudes that's like typing on computers or whatever, like if you can get some kind of non-combat position.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even still, I mean, I would have to really believe in it. And I'm like anti-war in general enough that it would have to be like for an extremely concrete reason. And so that's what I was thinking about, like, do these kids all stay because they love Harry specifically? Because that's different, you know? Like if one of my best friends was like the leader of the movement, it was like, I'll ride or die for that person. Like I'll go because of that. And it's like a relatively small, I mean, it's not like a whole country on country thing, but.
Yeah, I don't know that it is so much a Harry thing as it is what Harry represents for the well-being of the wizard community moving forward. Like, I feel like these kids have been raised on the story of Harry Potter and what his life means for just like general safety and the prospering of the wizard race. So the ones that are staying probably have enough maturity to understand that, like, this is it. This is what the stories were all about. Mm-hmm. And I've got to play my part. Like, Hogwarts is coming down, as we see in the next chapter. Like, if I want my family, if I want myself, my family, my friends to have the opportunity to go back to normal life.
Yeah, and just be safe in the long term.
Yeah. And not even safety, like, obviously safety, but even just from the perspective of like I was asking before, what are you going to do? You don't have any career aspirations or like long-term dreams anymore in a world where Voldemort owns and runs everything. Mm-hmm. Your life is dispensable to him.
Yeah, everyone's life is, apparently. Spoilers.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. It kind of reminds you of like the Vietnam draft situation, but I think this is different because even if you don't, like, even if I'm a Hufflepuff and I'm kind of like, I don't know, Harry seems kind of arrogant. Like, I don't really know that guy.
Right.
You could still get behind and fight for, like, okay, do I want this quality of life or this quality of life? And do I want that for my family and my future children? And
yeah, I think we're living in a world at this point in the book where all that stuff is pretty cut and dry in a way that's very different from like the U.S. involvement in Vietnam. Like, you've seen it up close. Like, you've seen the kids get removed from school. It's a small enough scale. You know, there's a couple thousand wizards or whatever in Britain that like you've seen, like, there's no question of like, oh, maybe Voldemort is in charge of ministry. Like, they've made all that stuff pretty obvious by now.
Sure.
So in that scenario, like you said, it's fight or go back to what? And so I could see myself getting behind that.
Yeah. Yeah. But I understand. I don't know. Maybe I guess I can, like, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of someone who decided they didn't want to fight. I guess they're just kind of thinking, like, I'm just going to go run and hide.
Yeah, and it depends. I mean, you got to remember over half the kids at Hogwarts are under the age of 14 or less.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you're a 13-year-old and you're like, I'm about it. Like, I'm for the culture, but like I only know a couple of spells. Like, I can make a pineapple tap dance, but that's not going to help me against a Death Eater. And so it's like, if I can't contribute here.
Yeah. McGonagall did say from the beginning, like, you can stay if you're of age.
Yeah.
So I guess I was reading it as there are even some who are of age who decided, like, no, I'm out.
Oh, especially in the non-Gryffindors groups.
Yeah.
Because of age is only 1/7 really of the houses. I mean, there's some 6th years. There's like maybe a couple 6th years that are, well, no, but this is the end of the year. So a good chunk of 6th years are probably of age too.
Yeah.
So it's still like a just over a quarter of the students. So a bunch of Gryffindors stayed that weren't allowed to stay. But yeah, some Ravenclaws and Hufflepuffs left.
Yeah, it's tough for me to wrap my mind around anybody of age bailing on this.
It's like, when are you going to take your stand if not now?
Right.
Yeah, I get that. So do we care about... from this point, Harry leaves. He can't find Ron and Hermione. He ends up finding Helena Ravenclaw. Do we care? Do we care about the Grey Lady Helena Ravenclaw story?
Yeah, it's... have we met her before?
We've not.
Did we know
just
about
straight
her?
up haven't. Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was weird that, like, she's just been hanging out. And she seems like a very important character. It's also weird how quickly, like, just by Harry getting a little aggressive, she was kind of like, oh, okay, here's everything I know.
Yeah. Well, I guess when you call out someone's commitment to the anti-Voldemort movement and you're a ghost, like what do you have if not your pride?
Yeah.
You don't have possessions.
Yeah. Which is clearly important to her, the pride thing. Like, she stole the diadem so that she could be cleverer, which I didn't think was a real word, but it was in text in this book. So yeah, I mean, I care. Like, I think I was kind of surprised how quickly Harry, I mean, he doesn't have time to just sit and like kind of get to know her. It's like, so what do you like to do in your spare time? But
there's no rapport building.
Yeah. How quickly he was, because it seemed like she probably has more, maybe not. I would have thought she had more information to divulge.
Like what it looks like?
Yeah, more helpful, like, I don't know. Where's the last place you saw it? What does it look like?
So she said that. And then Harry just does his thing where he kind of connects the dots rapidly.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you didn't care about this just because it's like she doesn't even hand it to him. Like she says that he got it and you're like, okay, thanks. And Harry walks away. He's like, shoot, I don't actually know where it is still. Like I'm not really closer to destroying it. And it's just like a 2-page story arc that we're supposed to care about. We're suddenly supposed to care about Helena Ravenclaw. She gets killed by the Bloody Baron. We find out who that is in passing. It's just very expository. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't care about it that much.
Okay.
Do we care about Ron breaking into the Chamber of Secrets?
Yeah, speaking Parseltongue.
Yeah.
He just kind of fumbled his way, like just tried a bunch of times. Like he remembers that far back exactly what it sounded like when Harry was able to get in.
Well, it's from when Harry opened the locket. So that was about 6 months ago.
Still.
Yeah.
I mean, in the movies, when Harry speaks it, it's like not, you can't even understand. It's
right.
Just, and yeah, so for Ron to be like, let me get into my mind palace here and revisit when Harry spoke Parseltongue. Okay, I don't know exactly what he said, but it sounded a lot like this. Are you eating your microphone cord? We're getting desperate over here in Dayton.
Yeah. That's where we are.
Yep.
But even the idea of like, hey, we should go into the Chamber of Secrets. I bet there's basilisk fangs in there.
Yeah, I love it. They have come a long way. Ron has come a long way. Hermione's always been an MVP, but Ron is leveling up the skill set.
Yeah, from that perspective, and then, I mean, not very much later, he and Hermione are just making out.
Yeah, passionately.
So do we care about this?
Not a lot, no.
Why?
I mean, you knew it was coming, and
Gross.
it's kind of like, I don't know, Jeremy, you're going to have to cut while I think. Sorry.
So
I have totally lost my train of thought.
You're welcome. When you said you don't care about it, my first thought was because you're assuming that one of them is going to die. Because it's not going to go forward.
Yeah, it felt like that kiss before Ron goes off to war in like some old World War II movie, you know? Like, I've always loved you and you've always loved me and we've never really told each other, but I'm probably going to die, so let's like make out before I leave.
Yeah, it feels too much like the peak.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like there's anywhere to go up from there.
Yeah.
In a way that we're suspicious of at this point.
Yeah, because I don't see a way that all three of them make it through this. The more we learn, especially at the end of the next chapter, the closer we get to Voldemort, I have little confidence that all three of them make it.
People be dying.
Yeah.
Do we care about Malfoy, Crabbe, and Goyle? Like, medium key outsmarting Harry, Ron, and Hermione. And, like, kind of trapping them.
Yeah. That was unexpected. I had totally forgotten about Crabbe and Goyle. I've never hated them more than I did in this chapter.
For sure.
Like, I've always kind of hated them, but it's always been like they don't have a brain, so like don't waste a ton of your energy on hating them.
Yeah.
But to see them think independently and kind of get in Malfoy's face and say, like, I forget which one of them, I think it's Crabbe. Yeah. It's like, I don't answer to you. That was interesting and a little intimidating because it's like he's throwing around the Avada Kedavra.
Yeah, he knows how to do Fiend Fire.
Yeah, what the heck? Like, we haven't seen that before, right?
No. Hermione was like, I mean, I've heard of it, but I wasn't going to try it on a Horcrux.
Which it actually worked out for them that he did know how to do that and tried to use it on them, right?
Yeah, but they had the Basilisk Fangs. So it was overkill.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Do the Basilisk Fangs... Would they kill any Horcrux, or is there specific weapons you need to use? Like, does the Gryffindor sword only destroy the locket?
Well, a Horcrux just needs to be damaged beyond magical repair in order to be destroyed. And so the reason that Basilisk Fangs work is because the cure for Basilisk Venom is so rare. So as long as you're getting some Basilisk Venom up in whatever it is, it's pretty much destroyed. And that's why the sword works too, because you stabbed the Basilisk with the sword, so that's got some Basilisk Venom in it.
Okay.
So from any rules that we know, there's no reason why. I mean, we've used the Fangs on 2 Horcruxes now, and the sword. If you think of the locket and the ring.
Oh, and the book. And yeah. Yep. Okay.
The locket. The
diary.
The book is what I meant. Yeah, the diary.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, overkill, but crazy that they knew how to do that. Crazy that they're thinking independently. Crazy that they have a brain.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like I said, kind of forgot about them, and then they come back in a big way. And it's so interesting, Malfoy's character throughout this whole scene. Like, you can tell he's so jaded and torn. Like, he's saying the right things as far as, like, no, don't kill him. The Dark Lord wants him. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't know. As a reader, and maybe I'm assuming too much, but I feel like I can tell just by the way JKR writes it that he's not bought in. He's terrified.
And we can pair this with the last couple Malfoy scenes we've seen, which are like him not wanting to identify Harry when he's at his house.
Yeah.
Voldemort forcing him to like torture people for him.
Yeah, it's like he didn't know what he was getting into. He was just trying to make his dad proud.
Yeah. And like he was a little jerk that made bad choices, but then he didn't fully realize like what he was buying into.
No, you don't understand the depths of Voldemort's like evil until he like drags you into it, like you said, and asks you to torture people and to kill people. It's like,
yeah, Crabbe and Goyle are still on the side of like, oh, this is sweet. He gives us more power, like by being dark, like we are, more powerful and respected and stuff. But they haven't gotten to the underbelly of it getting turned against them, and Malfoy's seen a lot more of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can tell that he's hesitant, not fully bought in, or just really scared of what's going on and what he's a part of. And Crabbe and Goyle aren't smart enough, don't have the mental capacity to really understand either. They're just kind of like, we're sick of being your minions, and it looks like Voldemort's taken over, so we're going to do what we got to do. And it's kind of crazy because I feel like, not to skip too far, we can save this for the next chapter, I guess, but I felt like you were supposed to read the same sorts of feelings in Snape.
Wow. How many times have we flipped back and forth on Snape at this point?
It's too many. And again, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but if Snape truly just died, I'm annoyed. I'm mad.
Yeah, I think I'm assuming that we're going to be going to the board for this one.
Yeah. That's not, no. No. I don't get any answers from that.
No, yeah, you're unanswered.
If he just dies, like not because he got in Voldemort's way because he actually is fighting for good, or not because Harry had to kill him because he was in the way trying to get to Voldemort, which is really the only two options I was going to be okay with. I wanted to know truly where he was at. He dies because he's the last guy to have the wand. Come on.
Yeah, it's incidental, which he did seemingly on Voldemort's orders, right? I mean, he killed Dumbledore because Voldemort wanted him to. And so he's my guy Snape is dying on a technicality.
Yeah, I'm all for cliffhangers, but come on. Like, I want to know who he was, who he is. Is he? I mean, I don't know. Is he actually dead? We don't know.
Is anyone ever actually dead?
That's what I mean. It's
I've seen Stranger Things. People just keep coming back to life.
Yeah.
The last Star Wars movie.
Was Sherlock dead? No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. So then, I mean, we'd be remiss not to mention the last thing that happens in this chapter, which is where does the death of Fred hit you relative to the other major deaths we've seen in the series? You've got Dumbledore, Sirius, Cedric, Hedwig.
Man, I didn't like this. I didn't like the Fred death. I never really attached to Fred and George like I would say you do, right?
Yeah, and I mean, it's the fandom at large too. I mean, it's like, they're the fun, they're the jokesters, they're the cool guys.
Yeah. So it wasn't so much an emotional. It was, though, in ways I didn't expect as he's dying. Like, I guess that's what I'm saying. I was kind of detached. Like, I knew that Fred and George are a big fandom thing in the Harry Potter world. Like, people like to attach to those characters because, like you said, they're fun, they're cool. Like, they're kind of the comedic relief of the series. But I would have said I was kind of indifferent on them, and not a character I expected to be killed off, either one of them. And so I don't know, I was almost kind of annoyed. It was like I didn't like, as the author, JKR is going to pull at your heartstrings as this series gets wrapped up, right? Like, some people are going to die that you don't want to die. And I'm ready for that, I think, as a reader. Like I just said, I don't think all three of Ron, Hermione, and Harry are going to make it out of this. And that's going to suck. But the Fred one seemed like it was just trying too hard.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you don't even like how it's written.
I don't know. I read this 20 minutes ago, so I think I'm still trying to understand how I feel about it. But
it's raw.
Yeah. As we were kind of
the brother thing, the Percy, it's Ron's brother, and it's like, oh geez, like we don't need more pain in that family.
Yeah. I think that's part of it, and I think we were kind of talking about it before the show. Like, I don't think it would have made more sense to me that Percy dies, like sacrificing himself for one of the family. That like he's kind of this prodigal son character that's like he's been a jerk the whole series, and we've kind of hated him the whole series, and he comes back to the right side at the end, and he apologizes and recognizes he was a jerk, and then puts himself in the line of fire to like save Ron or save Fred and George.
Yeah.
And it's like he whispers his last words of like, I'm sorry. And then like we lose him, and it's like, oh, that kind of hurts, but like, you know what? We love him now as a reader.
It wraps up the Percy arc in a way that feels more logical.
Yeah. And maybe that makes too much sense. Maybe JKR was like, this is what everyone expects me to do with Percy. And it still could happen. Like, we're still mid-war here.
There's
But
a bunch of Weasleys he can still sacrifice himself for.
yeah.
Here's what I
Like
was going to
Jimmy.
ask is that do you buy the concept that Fred's like almost seemingly random, like not necessarily tied into some arc death like this is almost intentional in terms of like, that's war, like people be dying, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it doesn't
probably.
doesn't always follow a neat story arc.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe she kind of uses Fred's death as like a vehicle to bring you in as the reader, because it's like, some like, people like me that she knows are going to be reading it who are like kind of like, it's magic. Like, it's almost hard at times to take the battle scenes seriously because they're like, pointing at each other and like flashes of light are hitting each other. It's not the same effect as like Uzis going off and grenades being thrown and stuff. And so maybe she kind of used Fred's death as like, no, you don't get it. Like, this is actually like good, innocent people that really didn't do anything wrong are getting murdered.
Yeah, I think she does. I mean, to your point about the battle scenes, it's from the beginning, it's like Hogwarts is shaking, like things are breaking around you, which is as close as you can get to making it feel like a visceral, there's like mortar fire kind of modern battle scene. And I mean, you get, like, I don't know if you're scared that a ceiling's going to cave in on Harry and kill him. I mean, like you're almost in that kind of position in terms of fear for your surroundings in general. So,
yeah, and I feel like that point is made a lot, even with the next chapter. Like Snape's argument for going to find Harry is like, hey, there's so much death around that's not even at the hands of wizards right now. Like, I don't think we can trust that Harry's going to even find his way to you because he might get crushed by a wall or a giant foot.
Yeah, I like the idea of Snape being like, did you know there's giant spiders, Dark Lord? Like, I mean, I was not familiar with this. That could throw a wrench in. They're attacking us too. Do you speak spider? Can you talk to them?
Yeah. Like, yo, V, like, this has escalated quickly, bro.
You're not even out there.
Like, we're in this room under a tree. Like, peek your head out there, man. There's spiders.
The troops are like, where's my guy?
Yeah.
Yo, V. So that's chapter 31, the Battle of Hogwarts. We're already sad. Fred just died when the chapter ends. We're sad about it. And then you have to go into chapter 32, the Elder Wand, in case you thought things were going to become less sad. I did want to ask, so between these two chapters, I listed most of the seemingly random kind of characters that get just popped in. It's like, and they were running, and this person was there, and then they saw that guy shoot a spell, and that's like the only time they're mentioned. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go through the list, and I want you to tell me how you feel about these characters popping in to like...
In terms of like whether I remember them or...
whether it was meaningful. I mean, I don't know what we think the goal of name dropping these guys is. Is it to show their encouragement or support of Harry and the trio? Or is it just to be like, hey, remember this guy?
Yeah. I felt like it was like 20% for you to remember, hey, do you remember this guy? And then like 80% just to like sort of paint the expanse of this war.
Right.
Of like, hey, this isn't just our favorite characters that we've been riding with the whole series. Like, everybody's here. Mm-hmm. And everybody could die.
Yeah, and that right there, I mean, is one of the reasons why these two chapters are so meaningful to me, is that I think she does a good job of laying out the scope, like you said, of the battle. Everyone is here, and going back to the very beginning, they're here because they believe in this cause.
Yeah.
And or Harry. I mean, like, the cause and Harry are kind of one and the same at this point, but...
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. Harry represents the cause.
Yeah, and they know they're putting their lives on the line and all that stuff. We've got... So I'll run through the characters real quick. I wrote them down, so I want to read them.
Do it.
You can tell me if any of them are more meaningful than the other ones. Dean and Parvati are dueling Death Eaters. Mrs. Longbottom, Neville's grandma. She's like, that. Of course he's fighting.
Yeah, and then she's like, and I'm going to go help him. And like runs off like sort of athletically. And everyone's kind of like, wait, what? Okay. And then moves on.
This is a Ms. Doubtfire situation.
Yeah.
Aberforth, who's the one that's like, why didn't you take any hostages? It could have been good.
Yeah. I'm
Tonks?
hoping Aberforth is there in the end. Like, he's kind of our secret weapon, like a Dumbledore stand-in.
Yeah. We've still got a Dumbledore. You thought you killed them all.
Yeah.
Tonks is here.
Tonks is here. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. She's a new mother.
Right. And it's flimsy. She's like, well, I mean, like I wanted to come.
Yeah, no, it's like, no, you can't just be here because you're excited to see the action. Like,
yeah, did you forget that you stayed home for a reason? Like, we talked about this.
And that's not a like, she's a woman and she should be at home.
Right.
It's like, man, we've learned for 7 books now about like how the trauma that comes with losing your parents at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's give the kid a chance here. Like, you and her husband's name,
Lupin.
Remus. Dang it. You guys are brand new parents and maybe like be helping from a intelligence perspective, like on the phone or like, I don't know. Like, what happens if they both get killed? What's that kid going to do?
Yikes. The Teddy Lupin and the Philosopher's Stone. He just does all the same stuff.
Cool band name.
Oh, yeah. Hagrid's there. Hagrid comes in, he's like, hi, Harry. And then Harry did not talk to him and ran down several corridors. And then Hagrid said, some spiders, and ran away.
Yeah, love Hagrid's entrance, though. Literally gets thrown through a window by his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that doesn't make the film, I quit.
Yikes. Trelawney.
Yeah, what? Like, she's still alive.
Don't care.
And it's still crazy. Like, I don't see
Kingsley.
her being super helpful.
Sure. Kingsley's like a general.
Yeah, I'm still kind of annoyed that Kingsley isn't portrayed by the Allstate guy in the movies. So I don't really know how to feel about Kingsley.
Dennis something.
Yeah, it's got to either be the Allstate guy or it's got to be I know his name, but I'm gonna lose it here. The guy that comes in as the boss for a little while in the office that sucks.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba. There you go.
That's good because he's British.
Yeah, he should be Kingsley. And if not him, then the Allstate guy.
Neville. Neville's here.
Neville, master of plants.
Yeah, he's
Super
just planting
botanist.
people.
Yeah.
Get this plant. What about these plants? We're going to throw some plants at you.
Yeah, I like it. It's like we're building an Avengers cast here. Not everybody can, be her. Like, Hermione's the smart one, and Harry's like the brave, cunning guy.
Okay,
and
are we doing
Ron's
this
kinda
right
like
now? Are we doing this right
Ronnie.
now? Are we mapping them? Harry's Iron Man, right?
No, he's not as like. You kind of have to be a jerk to be Iron Man.
Harry is Captain America.
Harry's Captain America.
Okay. Neville is Ant-Man, Plant Man.
Neville's Plant Man.
Hermione's Scarlett Johansson, right?
Hagrid is Hulk.
Yeah, that's true.
No, Hermione can't be Scarlett Johansson because that's a debate in itself. Like, is Scarlett Johansson even that helpful to the Avengers? Like, what's her power? She can kick. I think Family Guy does a spoof on that. Like, I'll send you that clip.
Okay. I feel like she is a planner.
She's a planner.
She's a planner and she infiltrates things. Hermione doesn't really infiltrate things, I guess. Dumbledore is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yep.
Done. Who is Chris
Doctor
Pratt?
Strange.
Who's Chris Pratt?
Ooh. That would have to probably be Fred or George.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Fred and George are Chris Pratt.
You got to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dobby was Groot.
He sacrifices himself. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So Voldemort is Thanos.
Sure.
That works, I think. Who's Loki? Snape is Loki.
Snape is Loki.
Who's Thor? Gotta have a Thor. That's important.
Yeah. Thor's, so you gotta have some muscle. Because Hulk and Hagrid, that's easy, right? But who's the next tough guy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you think of like Charlie Weasley, but I mean, that's too small of a character.
Yeah. I don't know if there really is a Thor.
It's tough to find a Thor. Dean Thomas is the one that can fly, who becomes Iron Man later. Not Iron Man, Captain America. Falcon.
There you go. Okay. Yep.
It's like he's there.
Yep, that makes sense.
Who's Spider-Man?
Oh. Who is Spider-Man? It's got to be one of the younger ones, right?
Mm-hmm. We don't know a lot. It's Ginny.
That's what I was going to say. Might be Ginny. Might be a real progressive Avengers set where like Spider-Man's actually Spider-Woman.
I've seen Into the Spider-Verse. There's girl Spider-Men. There's a
Sure.
Spider-Pig.
That's true. Does whatever a Spider-Pig
That's
does.
what I was thinking. The only funny line from the Simpsons movie.
Right. Family Guy. What's her name? Black
Widow, yeah.
Black Widow. Yeah, you got to see this clip. You don't have to watch it right now, but it makes fun of what we were just talking about.
Well, I always had that about Captain America too. I think you and I have talked about whether or not Captain America is a superhero.
I don't know if we have. That was probably you and Alex.
I was like, he's strong. People are strong.
Yeah, and he's got the shield, you know.
So LeBron couldn't use a shield?
What does LeBron have to do with this?
He's strong.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I'm just saying, like, there are people that have that skill set.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing yeah. Well, like he's super strong and super fast too, right?
Are we talking about LeBron? Ageless LeBron?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I guess the fact that he ages really slow.
Yeah. I mean, what would Marvel people say Captain America's superpower is?
I've asked and I don't know.
Really?
I don't get good answers. They're like, he's Captain America. He's like his patriotism. But he's the one that is like, screw this. We're not going to be, told what to do by the government. We're going to do our own thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to Iron Man.
I don't know. Did we decide who Iron Man was?
No.
In Harry Potter?
Someone that's a jerk. Sirius is Iron Man. He's kind of surly. He's got that side to him. Rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Older.
Yeah.
A little older.
So there's not a lot of great direct correlations, but
yeah, it's because the Harry Potter is so centered around 3 people, and the Avengers is centered around a little larger number of people that are more similar in stature, I feel like.
Sure.
Ron didn't even become anyone. Who's the hungriest Iron Man? The hungriest Avenger?
I feel like Ron is probably Hawkeye.
He does
because
leave
like he can be super helpful. Yeah. Yeah. And he can be super helpful, but you're not going to lean on him in a pinch.
Yeah. Another Avenger that you can't convince me has superpowers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, because he's got a bow and arrow, right?
He does.
Shooting a bow and arrow is real freaking hard.
Sure.
So to do it with the accuracy that he does, I mean, that is kind of a superpower.
But there are people that can do it.
Not like that.
No, not like that?
No.
Okay.
Have you ever
Legolas.
shot a bow and
I've seen
arrow?
Legolas do it. You haven't seen Lord of the Rings movies?
No.
That's upsetting. I've shot a bow and arrow. One time I don't know if I've told this story. We're doing bow and arrows in frickin' summer PE. And I pull it back and I'm like, oh, my arrow is like crooked. And so I point it at Eric to show him.
Oh, no.
Like a notch.
This is a real thing?
Yeah,
this is a real bow and arrow?
Coach, and then Brett Motes just runs over. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's true. I was pointing this arrow at Eric.
Yeah. Like he did the right thing there. Like he probably should have tackled you.
He wasn't wrong. I would have died if Brett Motes tackled me.
You would have just disintegrated.
Yeah, there's no more me.
Yeah.
But that's my
cloud of Rogge.
shooting an arrow story.
Yeah, because you could have killed Eric.
I would have missed him. but I could have.
Yeah. Well, glad you didn't.
Yeah. Sliding doors moment, really. There's more people here. We got off track on the Plant Man thing.
Yep, go ahead.
We've got
Onward.
Luna, Ernie, and Seamus are all like, remember, Harry? It's called a Patronus.
That was a really good Luna voice.
Thank you.
Remember, Harry? It's a Patronus.
You think of happy things. So they're here.
Yeah. So none of them was I really stopped by, other than kind of Luna. It's like a nice reminder that Luna's with us.
I did like in the beginning of the chapter when Ernie is the one that stands up and he's like, well, what about people that want to stay and fight? You know,
Yeah,
because he
that was a
used
cool
to be
moment.
the pompous guy that was like, I don't know, you could be the heir of Slytherin.
Yeah. Yep, that was a good moment. That was motivating. And like, all right, we're all here. We're ready.
Yeah, like we knew someone like Dean and Seamus, Neville. We knew Neville was going to be all in, but it's nice for Ernie to be like, hey, I'm all in too just because I'm a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, and I like that Seamus is there just because in my head Conor McGregor is now with us, and so if we get within swinging distance or kicking distance of Voldemort, like Seamus will be at least good for a few roundhouses, unless Voldemort is Khabib, in which then we're screwed.
So Seamus is Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But no, because Seamus is just Conor McGregor. This is an Avengers universe where also Conor McGregor lives.
Yeah, I mean, Elon Musk exists in this universe, so I'm assuming Conor McGregor does.
Yeah, who is Elon Musk?
One of the goblins.
What? Why?
It's because they're rich. I feel like they're in charge
but they
of the
have
money.
to be like almost like a mad scientist character. Like, isn't there a professor that might be Elon Musk? Or
I don't think any of the professors got all of their money from exploiting emerald mines in racist South Africa, apartheid era South Africa.
What?
That's why Elon Musk is a billionaire, because his parents owned the emerald mines.
Okay,
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
It's a fun fact.
I didn't. That's not me. Like, oh, you're crushing my hopes and dreams because I'm a huge Elon Musk stan.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, man, this guy's off the wall, and I don't know what he's
wild. Yeah. He yeah, and he's like the ideas guy, you know, and he funds like, let's build a tunnel to Russia or whatever, and then he funds it. But he's not like the engine. It's not like he invented. He's inventing the drills that do it. He like pays people to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think he does have
More of an engineering mind than me, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, don't burn me at the stake here, but I saw that he was on Joe Rogan recently, and I was like, I don't know anything about Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I just want to see what this is about. What does he actually want to do with all this money?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, man, most of the conversation, I was like, I don't understand what the heck you are talking about.
I mean, he has a vanity space program. You know.
Yeah. I don't hate him because he's rich, but that's a sucky way to become rich.
Yeah. And my thing with rich people is like, I mean, instead of like Jeff Bezos at one point was like, yeah, what am I supposed to do with all this money? I guess I'm going to build spaceships. And it's like, or you could like end homelessness in Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing I have against. Like, I don't really get in the whole fight of like, let's take all the money from the rich and redisperse it. And it's like, no, that isn't going to happen. Cool idea, not going to happen. But it does really bother me that like guys like Bezos and Musk, who could literally change countries.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who could literally just look at the globe and be like, yup, Turkmenistan.
They have water.
They're going to be well off now.
Yeah.
They've got water now.
Yeah.
They've got education now.
Yeah. There's plenty of places
me.
where like a relatively smaller and, you know, a $10 million investment, which is, I mean, that's literally how much Jeff Bezos makes in like a day, right?
Yeah.
You do that. And like now we have an electrical power grid infrastructure in Tanzania.
Indoor plumbing, man.
Yeah.
Like if you could just like that changes everything.
Yeah.
That's the cornerstone of the modern world.
Yeah.
Is like, if you go over there and you could pick more than what, like you could pick a few countries and like you guys have running water and indoor plumbing now.
Yeah.
That changes the trajectory of that country.
Right. And I was told, for years, like, well, the government messes stuff up, and so you can't give the money to the government to do it. You've got to keep it in the private sector. With that. But I'm watching these rich guys in the private sector. I mean, Bill Gates, I respect, like, the disease stuff and, like, the anti-malaria and, like, the nets. Sure. I mean, I know they've given a lot of money away. And J.K. Rowling was a billionaire and lost her billionaire status by investing money into, like, orphan programs and, like, ending, like, the corrupt orphanage system. But a lot of them don't do that.
Yeah, I'm kind of on board with, like, you can't just expect these rich guys to go over and pick a country and communicate with their government or whoever's in charge and be like, hey, here's a bunch of millions of dollars, like, make things right, because they're not going to. They're corrupt. But they could take themselves over there with a team. Right. Well, I don't know, though, because then does the government be like, no, we have power over all these people. We don't want you fixing that. We're greedy. I mean, and then, like, now you've got a war, I guess. If
you get a few of the rich guys and they come together and they're like, okay, this is just like it's like our UNICEF. Like, we're making the billionaires for infrastructure, and it's like a nonprofit or whatever. And it's got, $50 billion in there. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, like, this is clearly an organization. We're coming in. We're going to do good. I mean, then from a press perspective, it gets harder for countries to, I don't know. I'm just making this stuff up as I go. But yeah. It's another topic for another podcast, probably to finish diving into. Sure. Okay, so we got all those characters. We're on chapter 32, the Elder Wand. A little more focused of a chapter. We already kind of talked about a lot of the process of Harry, Ron, Hermione sort of getting to the Shrieking Shack. They ran through the battle, the scope of the battle, that kind of stuff. And then most of the chapter takes place down there in the Shrieking Shack. Were you surprised about how worried Lucius is about Draco's well-being?
Was I surprised that Lucius was so worried about Draco?
Yeah, that's like his whole thing. He's not even trying to do the Death Eater thing.
Yeah, no, man. He's like, that's his son. I wasn't surprised by that. You would expect that.
You would expect that if you think of Lucius and Narcissa Malfoy as, like, halfway decent human people, but they were also, like, way up in the Death Eaters and tried to kill Harry at the Ministry of Magic 2 books ago.
But even the most evil of people, like, the love of your own child, I think surpasses a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in the face of your master that might kill you?
I think so. Like, I don't have a child, but I think a lot of parents would look me in the eye and say I would 100% die for my kid without even thinking.
Sure. Yeah. It's just interesting to see Lucius, like, in a kind of a groveling situation, I guess.
No, it is like the boldness, if you want to call it that, with which he's, like, trying to get Voldemort to let him go take care of Draco's is surprising, because you would think he's a little more fearful that Voldemort's going to be like, wait a minute, what? I don't care about Draco, and you shouldn't either, because we've got a job to do here. So if you're worried about that, maybe I should just kill you.
Right. Just take that off my plate.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was saying.
Okay. Because, no, I'm not surprised that Lucius is feeling that way right now for his boy. But, yeah, I guess it'd be kind of nerve-wracking to try and even bring that up, even in almost like a roundabout, beating around the bush way.
I wanted to mention, also, Draco's still out there. I didn't know if we could circle back to that.
Yeah. And doesn't Voldemort kind of respond with, like, hey, Draco made his choices. I've given him a couple opportunities to prove his loyalty, and he's dropped the ball.
Yeah, so he's like, he didn't come back with the other Slytherins. Yeah. So I guess he's Team Harry now.
Yeah. It is crazy, like, Voldemort's arrogance, as we see at the end of this chapter, of, like, he truly 100% believes he does not need anyone else to do this. Like, even Snape, who's, like, this point I would call him his right-hand guy, right? He's like, nah, man, like, I don't need any of you. You were a big help, but now you're kind of in the way. So,
Yeah, it's at this point and in these next coming chapters where you want to take a step back and be like, can we circle back on what's your ideology? What's your thing, Voldemort?
yeah.
You just want to kill everyone?
Yeah, that's, I guess.
I thought your thing was like the pure blood, mud blood thing, but it's not. We haven't talked about that as much lately.
Yeah, I think that's kind of almost what is underneath my surprise here of like with him killing Snape and killing all the like people around him without thinking twice. Like, okay, so you get the Elder Wand right by killing Snape, but like, and then let's say you are successful and you kill Harry and you kill McGonagall and you kill everybody who's against you. So what do you have now?
Right.
You've killed everyone around you, even the people who were for you.
Yeah.
So what do you have? Now it's just you and all the power in the world. So what? Now you just go kill all the humans that aren't like pure blood, and now it's just you. Like, cuz there's nobody on his team right now outside of maybe Bellatrix that couldn't slip up at any moment and kind of make him angry, and that he wouldn't just be like, "You know what? Keep your mouth shut," and just kill him.
Yeah.
So, because most villains, like, they want to get to the top and have all the power so that other people will serve them.
Right. You want the respect and power and money and fortune and fame that comes from it.
Yeah, you want control. And you know, control is inherent when there's no other people around.
Well, it's not, but that's no longer control. That's just presence. I mean, you're not controlling anyone or anything if there's no one or thing to control.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's confusing. Like, what is the end game here?
Do you think there's a chance that we're just kind of catching Voldemort at this point where he's like, I'm still for that stuff, but right now I am very singularly focused on killing Harry Potter? Like, it's a megalomania thing of we need to put all our resources into this one step and then we can sort of scale it back?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's like I have to do what I have to do in the moment right now to make sure, because it all hinges on me killing Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. So I can't worry about who's there in the end. I got to worry about making sure he's not there in the end. Yeah, maybe that's where he's at.
I mean, that's what Thanos did. You know, he absolutely goes all the way for it until he's able to get the Infinity Stones or whatever and snaps. And then he's like, all right, I'm chill. Like, I did what I said I was going to do. Now I'm just going to go do my thing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think people like this in stories and in actual history, I mean, you think of like Hitler, Stalin, you know, those types of people. Like, I think power becomes this idol that you're like obsessed with, that to the point where you don't really grasp what you'll be or do once you have it.
Yeah. It's important to have an end game.
Yeah. It's not even like it's just that conqueror mindset of like, you're just fixated on having it. You're not really thinking through what you'll do with it. Mm-hmm. It's just like, this is an obstacle, and I'm going to take down this obstacle. It's going to be mine.
Yeah, it's all about me. I mean, that's why I was thinking kind of megalomania, like there's no thought to consequences or like eventual
it's this false
plan
sense of invincibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, no one can stop me anyways, and I'm going to get there. I'm going to get the power. And then it's like, but then what? I don't know. This has been a very philosophical episode.
It has been emotionally hefty. And we haven't even gotten to the thing where we're going to beef about. We've gotten to it a little bit. We've gotten to it some. So are they going to get to the snake?
I mean, they have to.
We've got 3 chapters. 4 chapters. We've got a couple chapters.
It's tough. It's because what I mean, you can't take them both on. You can't take Voldemort and the snake on.
But how do you take the snake on without Voldemort?
Well, Voldemort left the room, right?
He left the room with the snake.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize Nagini left too. And where did he go? Did it say? Did I miss that?
No, we don't know yet.
Just a bathroom break, maybe? Or like he needs a snack. He's like, man, killing Snape made me hungry. About to hit some nachos right now.
It says, let's see if I can read this here. Okay, if I can get the book up to eye line where the microphone is. Voldemort swept from the room without a backward glance, and the great serpent floated after him in its huge protective sphere. So, he left.
He gone.
Goodbye. So we're not sure if we're going to get a chance to actually kill the snake.
I think we are. I don't think Harry's going to kill the snake. I think Ron and Hermione are.
After Harry dies?
No, I think Ron will die in the act of killing the snake.
Nice.
And Hermione will be like seriously injured or something. Like she'll be kind of knocked out. And then it'll be Harry and Voldemort. Like the last two. And then we will think Harry's about to die and Luna will actually kill Voldemort.
Oh, nice. It's not going to be Draco throwing venomous tentacula.
Actually, snare. It might be Draco. I think, yeah, you're right, because Draco's going to come into this. Because we keep kind of mentioning him as if, like, we don't know where he's at. Like, he doesn't know what he's gotten into. And I think, Harry and Ron and Hermione have saved his life twice now in just these 2 chapters. And he's gonna pay him back somehow.
I could see that. Why could Harry, Ron, and Hermione not Patronus when they were on their way down to see Voldemort?
I don't know. They couldn't think of happy enough thoughts, right? Like that's the logic behind it. Like the fear was overwhelming.
They haven't slept in a couple of days.
I suppose that's true.
And so it's like, I don't know, you just can't get there. Your mental state is too frail.
Yeah.
In this chapter, we see there's several mentions of, like, Dean was dueling with Dolohov. And so my question is, like, how is Dean good enough to just straight up duel with a Death Eater? How are the kids
I've thought a lot about that too.
Good enough to match up with the Death Eaters?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, because there's a handful of mentions of just like, and then this kid was in a death battle with this seasoned adult.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand how that's working out because you would think the level of magic expertise is like the scale is tipped way towards the Death Eaters, right?
You'd think so, yeah. And
So-
in terms of ruthlessness too.
I don't know. That's weird.
I guess we'll just keep going with it, but it's
I
like,
don't know.
I don't get
That
it.
is weird. I don't know.
How sure were you that it was a trap? So like Harry stops right before he goes into the tree and he's like, is this actually a trap? And they're like, just go for it anyway, Harry. Here we go.
It's like the stream of consciousness part of the movie where he kind of looks at the camera and is like, this could be a trap.
Yeah.
Or like the Dora Explorer part where she's like, should we move forward?
So did they have you thinking it was going to be a trap on your way in?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've been jumping into Voldemort's mind this whole time, and he's like, "Nah, we're good, man. He's gonna come find me. We just gotta hang here." So we'll just kind of hold our wands over this hole in the ground that his head's inevitably gonna pop out of,
Yeah.
And as soon as we see his stupid black hair and his stupid glasses, we'll just zap his face off.
Freaking hate his glasses. Oh.
Yeah, his freaking glasses.
Just get magic LASIK.
What an idiot.
Cannot be that hard. Did you ask Madame Pomfrey? Fix your eyes.
Use a comb. You just look stupid.
Just shave it off like I did. So much easier.
I'm hoping since I'm hoping in the movie that since we're kind of like, this is like a coming of age thing and like Harry and Ron are becoming men and they haven't slept in a few days and they're like in a battle that like we'll get some facial hair going on. Like Harry will have this real dirty mustache.
Just some shadow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. So we kind of already touched on my last question here. I think we're going to get into your beef. My question was, why kill Snape?
To anger Braden, I think is why JKR did that. I don't know, man. I've almost cared more about figuring out who Snape is than like who wins in the Harry v Voldemort battle.
Yeah, it's like the most interesting storyline to you.
Yeah. Yeah, because in my head, it's like, I mean, it'll be crazy and things will happen that we didn't expect, but Harry will end up winning and everything will be right with the world. Like, some people are going to die and that's going to suck, but the series doesn't end with, like, Voldemort. And then he stabbed Harry. And that's the end.
Right in the scar.
Yeah, right. Head stab. So, yeah, I was kind of more interested in figuring out who Snape is and what team he's actually on, and I guess I was never meant to, which kind of makes me want to run my head through the drywall.
Been reading these friggin' books for 3 years.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of annoyed. I'm beefing a little.
Braden's beef!
JKR, why? And like, what a stupid way to die.
Couple snake bites.
Like, why couldn't we have had like an octagon match with Seamus? Like an MMA style, like Snape and Seamus, and that's, I don't know, like just anything other than just like Voldemort realizing I kind of need the wand. It's not working. I think it's not working because you had it last. And so like, sorry, man, but I'm going to feed you to my snake.
Why not just give Snape the wand?
That's where I thought we were going.
Now it's
I thought
the
that was
bros.
going to be the spin zone, right? Was like, actually, you thought it was going to be Harry v. Voldemort in the end. It's actually going to be Harry v. Snape.
Yeah.
Because Snape has to be the one to kill him. And it was going to be this really weird, like, internal battle that we see played out within Snape of, like, I never expected to have to kill Harry.
Like,
I don't know if I can kill
situation.
Harry. Yes. Yeah. And that would have been cool. I'd have been like, this isn't what I expected and a weird way to end this, but cool. Like, now we really figure out who Snape is, and it's on center stage.
Yeah, Snape's figuring out who Snape is. Right.
That would have been kind of cool. But it's like, no, we just see him bleed out with this weird ooze that, like, he tells Harry to take, that he has a magic jar that appears in, like, he's got a mason jar all of a sudden in his pocket.
Well, Hermione
I didn't even know why I had this or why I brought it.
Conjuro, and now she has a jar. So what is that weird ooze that came out of him?
I knew you were going to ask. I don't know. I don't even, like, again, this is so weird.
Is there a machine you pour it into and it turns you into a ghost?
No, it turns you into Snape. You can remake a Snape. It's Snape juice.
It's a pretty Snape-specific situation.
It's Snape venom.
Harry just is listening to it. It's like, go down to the dungeon. Open up my closet.
Maybe Harry rubs it on his face as like war paint, and he becomes invincible.
He becomes Snape.
So it's polyjuice it's polyjuice lotion.
Yeah, but it's permanent.
Oh, you're saying
you're the new Snape. That's how you
there
get
is no Harry.
reincarnated.
You're just Snape.
Yeah. And Hermione and Ron are like, bro, what the frick? And he's like,
yeah, and then like you don't know what to do with
children.
Ginny. Because he comes back to Ginny after this is all over. And he's like, Ginny, I love you. We can be together forever now. And she's like, you're like a 40-year-old man. And like you have this weird nose. And like cut your hair. No. And so then it's like heartbroken Harry Snape.
Oh, so how much is it? How Harry is it and how Snape is it? Is it 50-50? Is Harry on the inside, Snape on the outside?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm imagining it as Polyjuice. Like
I'm imagining
just
it's
like
just
Snape.
literally your Snape now. Snape's back. Snape's in the room. Traded Harry in for Snape.
No, it can't work like that because Snape was already kind of loyal to Voldemort. So then it's just like the
shouldn't
book
have
ends.
shouldn't have rubbed him on your face. That's how he gets you.
Yeah, that would be a funny way to end because it'd be so stupid. But I don't know. I like the idea better of like Snape actually has to kill Harry. So then we've got the internal Snape battle. But to answer your question, man, I have no freaking clue what this stuff, like the Snape blood is or why we need it.
It's Snape juice, like you said, but it is just the stuff from Parks and Rec that makes Ron Swanson dance giddily.
Oh, so they're all just going to get schmammered.
Isn't that what they call
Snape
it?
Juice.
It's
Snake juice, yeah. I would love a reason for Jean-Ralphio to be in this book at the end. That'd be great. He's the worst.
So that's what I got. Those are my questions. Next week we're doing a live read.
Heyo.
We're having a guest on. Things are going to be planned out for us and a surprise to Braden. Where do we go from here? What's your best prediction for? We turn the page and it's like Harry runs to the hospital wing and he's like, Madam Pomfrey, you have to fix this Snape that I found. Sneaks up behind Voldemort and stabs him in the snake.
Well, I think they have to use Snape's blood to kill Nagini.
You feed it to her?
Yeah, it's like a suicide type thing. Like, I don't know.
You take the snake and you stick its head in the jar.
Yeah, exactly like that. I think I don't know. I think you use that to kill Nagini. So Snape, in a weird, again, confusing, like last dying breath, we don't know who you are, who you're for, kind of helps Harry out by saying, take this.
Well, he was the potions master for so long. Maybe it's a potion. Maybe you drink it and it gives you Snape-based powers.
So Snape wants you to drink his blood as he's dying.
Maybe it's like the opposite of Felix Felicis. Like Snape, the unluckiest dude of them all. It makes you so unlucky. So Harry has to get Voldemort to drink it.
That's what this all comes down to, is just misfortune. Yeah, that could be it.
Strong contender.
But I guess for your prediction's sake, I will say that they will take their mason jar of Snape juice and they will somehow pour it all over Nagini, and Nagini will burn to death.
Yeah.
And Voldemort will be like, bro, you killed my snake. You gonna die.
It's on now.
Yeah, and somehow Ron will probably die in the process of killing Nagini, as I mentioned before. I hate to say that so like flippantly, like I don't care, because I will care. Mm-hmm. Inevitably, it will mean more food for Ron and Hermione, though. So you have to think of silver linings here.
Right. Smart.
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to make a prediction. I don't know.
It's good. I think it's going to happen. I think it's pretty much locked in. I predict that someone's going to call the Howler, 978-768-8370. Someone's going to call the Howler. They're going to howl in with some thoughts and or voice scramblers. We're going to get some predictions. We're going to read the next chapter of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows next week. We got to get it figured out. We got to get together, watch that last movie here soon.
I know, man. I know.
Have you and Hannah looked at your calendar?
It's really having Hannah look at the calendar. She makes the calendar.
Right. So, have you looked at Hannah, a.k.a. the calendar?
I will do that.
We're going to get together, going to watch the movie. Going to thank all of our patrons. Going to get amped. Going to get buoyed. Going to have some more theories on wealth redistribution.
Elon, if you're listening, come on the pod.
Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks to our wives. Shout out to Dayton, Ohio. We will see you guys next time.
Be good, y'all.